Bessent Powell summoned bank CEOs over Anthropic AI cyber risks. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell summoned the chief executives of the nation's largest banks to an urgent meeting this week to discuss cybersecurity threats posed by Anthropic's latest artificial intelligence model, according to Bloomberg, which first reported the news on Thursday. The previously unreported meeting took place Tuesday at Treasury headquarters in Washington, where Bessent and Powell warned the assembled bank leaders to bolster their defenses against a new class of AI-enabled cyber attacks, people familiar with the private discussions told Bloomberg. Who was in the room? CEOs called to the meeting included Citigroup's Jane Fraser, Morgan Stanley's Ted Pick, Bank of America's Brian Moynihan, Wells Fargo's Charlie Scharf, and Goldman Sachs's David Solomon. J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon was invited, but could not attend. The executives were already in Washington for a banking lobby group meeting. All the banks summoned are classified as systemically important by regulators. The Mythos threat. The meeting centered on Anthropic's Claude Mythos Preview, a general-purpose AI model the company unveiled on April 7th as part of a new initiative called Project Glasswing. Anthropic said the model had already found thousands of high-severity vulnerabilities, including some in every major operating system and web browser. Internal testing showed Mythos Preview could turn 72.4% of discovered vulnerabilities into working exploits in Firefox's JavaScript shell, compared with less than 1% for the company's previous best model. Anthropic said the capabilities were not explicitly trained, but emerged as a downstream consequence of general improvements in code, reasoning, and autonomy. The company chose not to release the model publicly, instead restricting access to partners including Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, CrowdStrike, Palo Alto Networks, and NVIDIA, along with more than 40 additional organizations that maintain critical software infrastructure. Regulators sound the alarm. The short notice gathering underscored regulators' growing concern that advanced AI tools could reshape the threat landscape for financial institutions. Anthropic committed up to $100 million in usage credits for Mythos Preview and $4 million in direct donations to open-source security organizations as part of the defensive effort. Cybersecurity stocks had already sold off sharply in late March after early reports about the model's capabilities surfaced. The fallout for economies, public safety, and national security could be severe, Anthropic said in its Project Glasswing announcement. Project Glasswing is an urgent attempt to put these capabilities to work for defensive purposes.